You are about to learn how to detangle dry, matted hair that has a bunch of shedding in it. I had my braids in for like 4 weeks, 6 weeks, and there was a lot of shedding in there. So we're gonna detangle it with as little breakage as possible. Starting with sectioning my hair. I'm only detangling half of my head today. Going in with my leave-in conditioner first. All products will be down below in the description. And the first thing I'm doing, I'm just applying the detangler or whatever you want to use and gently separate your knots, bro. I've been growing out my hair for over 6 years. I had some trims here and there. It wasn't until I started doing this that the process actually started to get easier. So my mentality around this is I'm just trying to separate any knots. Like, it's sped up, obviously, but I'm just trying to find any shed hair. Let me tell you, bro. 6 to 8 weeks, I think I had these braids in, bro. There's so much shedding in there. So if you just go in with the comb, ton of breakage. Now I'm gonna go into the flaxseed gel. Now this is a game changer, bro. The amount of slip that this has, I'm just going in there to try and soften up the knots. Now once I feel like I got a lot of the shed hair out the way, I'm going in with the wide tooth comb. But watch the technique, peep the technique, bro. I'm starting at the ends of my hair. Now I think I was actually struggling a little bit. The knots they were they were knotting, you see. So I switched to the plastic pick. Now there's a way you could use this pick, bro, and I actually love to detangle my hair with a pick. It's all in the way that you use it, though. So I'm starting from the ends, and you see I'm working my way up. I'm not just starting at the roots and trying to pull out my hair. And I'm using this, what I call the in and out technique. I need a better name than this, but basically you go into there, you try to detangle it. When you feel like the comb is stopping, you come out. So it's like if you were in the military or something, man. I don't know if I can say this, otherwise the video will get like demonetized. But you engage in combat, and then you come out when it seems a little too difficult. So we're starting the next section now. Make sure that your hair is completely down, by the way. I know I'm yapping, but this is like important. Your hair needs to be down. You need to be using a lot of product as well. Do not be cheap. And we're doing the same thing. Just going with our hands. We're trying to do a lot of the light work, man. We're trying to like, look at the shedding, bro. You see it on that top section. Now I actually had to split this section again because it was a little difficult. So don't be afraid to split up the section. If it's too difficult, man, it's all right, bro. It's okay. You not any less of a man to separate it. Break it up into chunks. So I'm using a lot of the flaxseed gel again. Flaxseed gel has a lot of slip. It's great as a pre-poo. I'm going in with a wide tooth comb again, and you see I'm starting from the ends and I'm slowly inching my way up, bro. This is how you reduce the breakage. I know you'll be going in with your pick or your comb and you'll be seeing a lot of broken hair. Now we're going in with the pick. Same thing. The reason we have the leave-in conditioner is it adds a little bit more moisture, and we add the flaxseed gel because it has a lot more slip. I find that this is the best middle ground for me. And you're gonna have to switch between the techniques. You're gonna see I'm gonna use the pick, and I'm gonna switch to my fingers, and I might use the wide tooth comb. It's all about finding like, okay, I'm a little stuck right now. What tool is going to get me out of this? You can even use a detangler brush. Now, the main reason I use this detangler brush, this is always the last step. I don't care what you started with, whether it was your fingers, whether it was the wide tooth comb, the detangler brush is last. You don't have to use it. Oh, you heard that beat switch? Ooh, hold on, we vibing. Hold on, wait, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, detangler brush, I only use that to get rid of the shed hair, because you could detangle your hair, but if that shed hair is still in there, it's gonna be a problem. So we started the next section already. I'm really just repeating the same steps. If you guys are interested, like you've been struggling with your hair for a bit, there's a free hair routine template down below in the description. It should get you started with growing out your hair. So I don't care if you're growing out your sides, you're growing out your hair for the first time. It's gonna help you out. Go and try it out. It's a full 7-day plan. Moving on with this section, I'm actually dealing with some thinning that I'm trying to grow out. And last year, I had a ton of breakage, man. I was doing too many wash and goes. I was going to the braider. The braider wasn't taking care of my hair like that, man. But you know what? I take responsibility for that. So I'm being very careful with the front section of my hair. Now you notice I'm using a lot of that flaxseed gel, man, and I usually apply it near the roots and I try to spread it, but you need to make sure that gets up to the ends. A mistake that I used to make was I would just put it near the roots of my hair and I'd be like, okay, that's enough for me, but it needs to make it to the ends, man. Same thing with the wide tooth comb. Onto the pick. And it may look like I'm going fast, but this is like in 3x speed right now. So I'm really taking my time. Every time, like these little tiny sections you see me taking, it takes me at least like 10 to 15 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes to detangle one of those. And I know what you're thinking. It's like, oh, that's so long. Like, it's going to take forever to detangle your hair. Yeah, it is. Put on a show or something, bro. Listen to an audiobook. It's going to take a minute if you don't want the breakage. Going in with the detangler brush. Look at that, man. You see how that's gliding through my hair? Okay, it's struggling a little bit, but it's going through a little bit more smooth. Now that that's done, we're going to put that to the back. And we're working our way to the front. The reason I start at the back is because you want to start at the back when you have the most energy. Because when you get to the front, at like if you were to start in the front and then work your way to the back, by the time you get to the back, bro, you're so done. And then it's hard to see, and that makes it even worse. So I'm just going mini section by mini section, switching between my hands to pick the whole 9. Hair should always be down once you're doing this. It's really like the separating motion. I'll also mention, if you run into any single strand knots, I definitely do. But if what you try to do is you just try to gently separate it with your hands. If you can't separate it, bro, snip it off. You gotta snip it off with hair shears. Now we're at the front, bro. So this is my problem area. I've been growing out my like thinning and breakage for like about like 4 to 5 months, I think. Maybe not 5, but so I'm trying to be very, very careful over here. So even though this is sped up, you see it looks a little bit slower. I'm trying not to break off the front of my hair. Just going to the front. You can actually see close to the bottom, there's a lot more growth versus the ends, which we're trying to fix. I'm just combing through that, man. Yeah, this process definitely takes a while. But if you're gentle, you're going to avoid some of that breakage. Very simple, though. Easy to do. All right, my hair is fully detangled now. That was me detangling the full half of my head. You could just follow the same steps on the next half, man. I hope this helped you guys out. Let me know if you want another tutorial on something else concerning hair, and I'll see you in the next one.